Once again, we send off my war rig to bring back gasoline from Gastown and bullets from the bullet farm. Once again, I salute my Imperator Furiosa, and I salute my Half-Life Warboys, who will ride with me eternal on the highways of Valhalla. I am your Redeemer. It is by my hand you will rise from the ashes of this world.
It's coming. Get ready.
Ian, what is your profession?
Sculptor, sir.
You?
Blacksmith.
Spartans! What is your profession? You see, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.
Hello, everyone. Can you believe I've been here on YouTube for 4 years? Yes, it was that day, this day, back in 2020. I believe it was a Saturday. And I did my very first live stream. And I was probably just I didn't know what to do, and I was learning my learning how to do YouTube, learning how to work with StreamYard. Yes. Hello, deleted scenes. Good to see ya. So we are broadcasting currently to YouTube and Twitter and Rumble. So, yeah. It's been a long road to get here, and I what, like 5K subs, working on 5,100. Slowly but surely getting there. It's good to see you, folks. Parrot Head. Oh my gosh. What's up, Parrot Head? Always good to see you, my friend. Yeah. We have Tim, FKHC 2005. Good to see you, man. And for those others, where are ya? I know this is early, but I had to go early because, I'm known for doing the late streams, and that is true. Others will probably be more than surely be streaming later. Like my friend there, Deleted Scenes, my partner in crime, will be doing Sparkwood 21. So where geez, you put out a feeler and let's see how many of you. I don't even know where to let's see, where do I go to my profile? Oh, it looks like we got 3 viewers on X or Twitter. Hello. What's up? Good to see you out there. You know, come by and at least hit the like. Let me know that my time here on either of these platforms is not wasted. But I want to thank to all my subscribers, all you folks out there who have watched me over the years. If you would like to join, let me know. If you have time to give me a few words of encouragement to, well, continue the journey. you know, most people ask to like, share, and subscribe. Well, that's all good, but I think what would be nicer is if you build an audience that actually wants, actually comes around when you go live. Sometimes it's weird, and I know there's a lot more creators and live streamers here on these platforms nowadays, and there's so much to do and so little time. Plus, life, of course, gets in the way. Can get in the way. Um, that's a thing about being on YouTube. You meet a lot of cool and interesting people, and you make a lot of friends and acquaintances. And sometimes you lose those friends, and it's really sad and difficult to see that happen. But it does, and it will continue to happen. We will lose folks along the way. It's just a fact of life, You can't be avoided, you know. Huh. Yes, life totally gets in the way. Yes. Yeah, and well, we're only human, right? Hey, we got David C. Good to see you, David. David. Hey, we got Jason Fox. I'm sorry about well, thank you. They're very much, Jason. Lady V Elements, the amazing, incredible Lady V. Always good to see you. Yeah, I was playing some clips. So, my very first live stream, I had some pretty interesting people on there. I had Stone, aka Stone Loki, on there, and I think I titled it like "Make Entertainment Good Again." Um, it seems like that just keeps on failing. Well, if you leave it up to Hollywood, you can't expect them to make it great again. Well, you have to go to the independent uh independent creators, such as some of you out there, and you know making independent films and whatnot, TV shows, just content in general, because, well, Hollywood's got their messaging and they just I don't know. They're just not getting it done. Movie theaters are dying. Can you imagine a world that we live in where there's no movies to go watch in the theater? You have to watch everything from home or on your portable devices. You know, that's a day I don't want to see. You know. Thank you, Lady V. No worries. No worries, Lady V. Yes, Curtis. Long live the indie creators. Uh, there's a few of them out there. A few of them are making some films that are some may due out this year. Some are working on features that you know are crowdfunded, but those are the interesting things that can't wait to see. So yeah, another thing I did was for a very long time I ran it in 2020. You might know the show Insomniac Soup, where we would just a bunch of us would get. I would host basically a nerd geek platform where we would talk about either science stuff, black holes, or Star Trek or Star Wars. Nowadays, not so much because our RPs have gone way of the dodo. Ah, yes, yes. Those were good times. But was that on the Buckets of Blood? Yeah, that was my horror film watch along thing that I was doing for a time. Hey, Mikey Sue's for good to see you, my friend. Mikey J Raid. Ah, thank you, Mikey. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Means a lot. Means a lot. Yeah, we did some classics like The Thing and Aliens, Alien, the director's cut. Uh, we did all of the Evil Dead films, Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, and well, Army of Darkness. And this October, late September, early October, I want to bring you guys Ash. You guys probably seen it, but if you guys have missed it, Ash versus the Evil Dead, the Stars series, ran for 3 seasons, but pretty spectacular. If you missed it and you don't have the means, I will provide that content coming for you. No worries, Mikey. Oh, let me do a quick invite. If any of you would like to pop in and say hello, I'd love to hear from you. So let me. There we go. No, I don't want that. Temporary pin that. If anyone wants to drop by, say hello, give me a few words. Let me know. There it is. There's the link. Ah, we got 9. Hello. Although those of you on X, Twitter, oh, good to see you all out there. Hope your day is going well. Before I started this stream, I was on the phone for 2 hours trying to get a doctor's appointment, and when I had to call my provider, and so I was trying to get a doctor's appointment, and the first date they came up with was in They said September. I'm like, September? It's May. It's like, can I get an appointment for maybe this month? Maybe preferably next week. So I was on the phone for 2 hours prior to going live here today. Anyway, I did manage to get an appointment. I need to have some issues just checked out and have some things looked at. Nothing to worry about. No sweat. As far as I know, my health's pretty good and holding up. Oh. Hello, Radioactive. Good to see you. And hello, Anti-Derivative Jill. She just had a good stream on Star Trek. Hello, Anti-Derivative Jill. Thank you for dropping in, Radioactive. As always, very appreciated. So yeah. Anyway, after 2 hours of being on hold, because I talked to like an assistant that was trying to help me find a new doctor's offices that are closer to where I live from where, because I lived in another residence a year and a half ago, and so I wanted to find one that was closer. So I was just trying to get doctor, but a mission accomplished. I got the appointment set up for next Thursday at like 10:40 a.m. So I'm happy I got that accomplished. Yeah. So yeah. But anyway, as I was saying, I did a show, the Insomniac Soup. It was crazy times, good fun. It ran for like maybe anywhere from 2 hours to 7 hours to 8 hours, and that was when well, it's I started here in May, and today is the actual day of my very first live stream, which as I was saying earlier, it was on the 7th of May. So today is my actual anniversary. So I've been broadcasting here on YouTube for 4 years, and we're heading and charging forward into year 5 now. So when we come back next year, this time, we'll be celebrating my 5th anniversary here. What makes it all wonderful is you guys who show up here. Hello, Jason. Good to see
Hello
you.
there. How are you, brother?
Good. How you
It's
been?
good to hear, man. I've been doing pretty well, man. Just kind of tired. Been working on music and a lot of music lately. So,
Awesome.
yeah, it takes time, creating art. It takes time to make what you want to make, And
Yeah.
congratulations, man, on 4 years on YouTube, man.
Yeah. 4 years. 4 years, 5K subscribers.
It's
Working on
amazing,
way
brother.
to 6K, and yeah, I've had some pretty amazing milestones here
Yeah,
on the
man.
platform.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how I manage it, but somehow I managed over 2 million views here on YouTube. So,
Yeah. Well,
so
just being
that
yourself and have fun, you know, that's the most important
that's an
part.
amazing feat. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what
Oh,
that's what I say to everybody out there who wants to, you know, do content and stuff like that. Just be yourself, talk about what you want to do, play games, do whatever you want to do on, you know, as a
yeah.
YouTuber, Twitch, whatever, and people will find you and they will like you for you and not try to be anyone else or copy others. Just be yourself, like you have done.
Absolutely. That's yeah. Well, I don't know how to be fake. I mean, I'm sure I could act and maybe have sometimes, but I don't do it often, you know. But I want to continue to bring quality entertainment to this platform
Exactly.
and Rumble and where, many places. I want to be
Yeah.
seen, you know.
Yeah. No, I totally get you, man. And of
Yeah.
course, you've done the karaoke thing has, you know, gone really well
Oh,
for you,
yeah.
you know, so so that's good.
Karaoke, I do mostly for fun. And I have me and everybody who comes to my panel to sing, we have a blast at it. I mean, when you can run a karaoke stream that runs for 8 hours, you're having fun because that 8 hours is
That
normally you think 8 hours, that's a work day, right? For most
yeah,
people.
and you're just, you know,
We're
having
just
fun
having fun
singing and
singing,
yeah,
Just-
exactly.
we like music and we're sharing, the music that we like and enjoy.
Yeah, but that's the most fun part with it, you know. Even though I don't do karaoke, even though I do it in real life, I've done it, but I have to be drunk when I do it. Hey,
Mhm.
Prismatic, our co-host.
Is that one of your
um,
co-hosts?
it is
Nice.
one of my co-hosts, yes. He's also Norwegian, by the way. Also Norwegian.
Oh, very cool. Very
We are
cool.
we are taking over.
I'd like to see that place. They've got some beautiful country and outdoors
It's a
there.
it's a beautiful country, but shitty government.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
Well, that
beautiful.
sounds a lot like that sounds like the good old USA. We got.
Yeah,
I
exactly,
can't say much.
exactly.
I can't say much for our government either. Well, you know.
Yes, exactly. But that's a fact, man. It's just like, you know, with Norway, it's like it's a beautiful country, you know, and how it looks and you know everything like that. But again, you know, again we have the stupid prime minister and stuff like that who just, you know, screws
Yeah.
over here and there. And I see that Curtis did share my YouTube channel, and that's the wrong YouTube
Yes, he
channel
did.
because
Yes.
that's the wrong YouTube channel. I don't use that channel. That's not
Oopsies.
yeah. Our main channel is 540 Studio. That's our main channel. That channel is just to view people and talk to people.
Okay.
Just to, but yeah, the government is stupid. Don't say sorry, Curtis. That's completely fine. Um, but no, certain stuff, you know, this is your channel, you know. I'm not gonna go to like super details or say
Yeah.
like in case, you know, because I don't want you to get struck by any names of certain groups and stuff. I don't know how you are with rules here, but
Uh,
um,
no worries, man.
because our prime minister invited a certain group from a certain country who are evil people. Um, yeah, right, Chris. Yeah, we have. Yeah, of course. That's why we hate our prime minister, who invited basically terrorists to Norway to talk about women rights and stuff like that. Yeah.
Lady V's got your back. Thank you, Lady
Hey,
V.
as a wrote some amazing music. Yeah, she's been all over our goddamn music. She loves our music, so thank you.
Uh, Lady V's awesome. We love you, Lady V.
Lady V is amazing. A great woman.
Yeah.
Really great. But other than that, you should come to Norway. Like just, you know, ignore the
Oh,
goddamn government and stuff like that. just remember, don't protect yourself. Don't protect yourself in Norway. You will go to prison. Uh, yes, that's how it works here. It's like you want to protect yourself.
Don't protect yourself. What's that about?
Yeah. You're not allowed to have like firearm or anything else to defend yourself in that kind of sense. So if you also your hands, like if you use your fists, there's a big possibility that you can go to jail for a month or something just to defend yourself, because then you'll be like, oh,
Okay.
you're violent and stuff. Like, yeah, it's crazy with certain stuff here.
Okay,
It's
Dad
crazy.
Man. Thank you for
Hey, Dad
dropping
Man.
by. Appreciate it, Dad Man. Take care, brother.
So don't defend yourself. Just walk away. Just walk away.
Can we
But
use our words? Or will words get you in trouble too?
that really depends who you meet. I'm not gonna say where I live, but where I live in Norway, I live in a really effed up place in Norway. Where I live, it's basically called Little Oslo in a way. Where I live, and stuff happens here all the time. It was like some years ago, it was like a 13-year-old girl who burned down a little a doctor's place, and she was like, yeah, she's 13, and she filmed it on Snapchat. I'm
Oh
like,
my
what the?
God, that's horrible.
I was just like, what the heck has gone wrong here?
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, that's my place, that's so funny is that it's right up at my apartment. Basically, I live like a couple of minutes away, not that far with the bus. So I saw it, where it burned, and I'm just like, what the heck happened here? And I look at the news, and I'm just like, what? A 13-year-old girl? What? I thought, that's
Damn.
crazy. uh you can kind of get into trouble when it comes to certain words, and that's so stupid. Yes, in Norway there are certain words that you can get you in trouble, especially if you some people, if you say one word this damage to, say one little word, and it's just like, oh, you're a sexist, homophobe, whatever they're gonna put in there, and you can actually get in trouble for certain stuff there.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was a woman who's a lesbian woman actually, who faced, what was it, 3 years of prison because quote unquote hate speech against trans people and stuff like that. She just had her own opinion, and she's part of the LGBTQ also. And she just spoke up about it, and okay, she faces maybe like 3 years in prison for it. Welcome to Norway.
Yeah.
But if you come here, go fishing, go to we have great forests, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of great places to visit. But it's really expensive. Really
You
expensive
got
here.
let's see. I'm thinking Norway's part of Europe, right?
We are not part of the EU.
No, no. Okay.
That's a complicated thing with Norway because we are not part of the EU, but we're kind
Okay.
of part of the EU. But we're not. It's a really complicated situation with Norway and the EU. It's like they are following a lot of they're kind of following a lot of the EU stuff, but we're still not part of it. It's a completely messed up shit.
Hmm.
It's like I understand, the UK for not being part of it anymore. Yeah, I kind of understand.
Yeah, I'd love to see the mountains. I love
Oh
mountains
yes, great nature,
and
sports,
snow.
and everything. Yeah,
I'd have to take
but
up skiing again. I bet you they've got some great
yeah,
skiing in Norway.
yeah. We are known to be born with skis on our feet. I suck at skiing. I use a
Really?
snowboard. Yeah,
Well, well, I haven't actually skied since last time I skied. I was 14 years old. I'd have to
yeah,
learn
right.
all over again.
Yeah, exactly. I think the last time
Hmm.
I skied, I was how old was I? 13, 12 or 13 was the last time I ever skied. After that, I was just snowboarding
Mm-hmm.
because that was so much more fun and more dangerous, and you got like that adrenaline kick, you know. You got that kick, and I love that kick. Um, but when it is, when it's winter here, normally it's a lot of snow, and I love the winter, and when you have a lot of snow, spend a lot of time outside, have fun, go skiing, snowboarding, whatever floats your boat.
And I
Always
want to
fun.
say hello to Edge of Time. Good to see
Hail
you,
to Edge of
brother.
Time. Hope you're doing good, man.
Yeah. Haven't seen you in a while. Well, I've seen you otherwhere, but nice to see you back here at Jedi Bill's palace.
Yep. And Curtis asked, "How? I have often wondered how Europeans feel about the EU." Well, depends on who you're asking. Depends on who you're asking. I'm a really outspoken when it comes to all this kind of stuff. That our next song, one of our new songs that we're working on, is actually about politics and politicians.
Hmm. So
Where we at?
you write what type of you write? You write obviously writing. Are they music parody songs or
The music I do is
originals?
original songs.
Cool.
I have been an artist since I was young. Obviously, always loved music. I'm part of, also the black metal community in Norway, and the
Hmm.
rest of the metal community in Norway. Always been really into music. I like a lot more than just metal, of course. But that's the band that I do have now is a two-man band. So it's me and a friend of mine called Hogsart. We just, Hoggy for short. The reason he
Hmm.
calls himself Hogsart is because he's a big fan of Mozart. Yeah, think about that. He's a metal. He loves metal and all that kind of stuff, but he loves Mozart. And I think that's pretty funny. And what he does with metal music sometimes, yeah, he kind of has a little bit of the Mozart inspiration, how to build up stuff that I think is pretty cool. Um, no, so the lyrics and stuff, is all originals. We have 4 songs out right now. We have a black metal song and 3 different songs. Facade is more of how you call it, more of a synth. It's more of a synth metal song, more electronic and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, and that song is basically, when you are together with someone, they know they've been hurting you, but at the end you learn to like see through their facade, their act. And then we do have the most popular song that people absolutely love, and I understand a lot of people love it. It's completely fine. But me and Hagi, we are so tired of that song. You know how artists are. The most popular song is normally the song that we are mostly tired of.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's called The Maze. And that's the one who became really popular. And the last song that we did release is called Blame, and that's a really personal song for me. That's the most personal song I have written in a long time. I started
Hmm.
writing that song many years ago, but never finished it. But I always had it, on my computer and in my book. And when I finally got in contact with Hoggy again, we just we have been in a band together before, and we just like, shall we bring back Freeze Frame, the old band that we used to have, right? And it's like, hell yeah, just let's do it.
Oh, that's cool.
And I kept that in the private for months and months until we just released one of our songs, and then just like boom, because I don't like to spoil it, and just like I just want to release it when we were done with the song, just release it for fun and see how people reacted. um
Hmm.
so Blame is a song from the past when I was in a relationship, and I haven't always been a great boyfriend and a fiance back at in my day, never violent or anything like that, but I was not the best boyfriend. I'm open, about that. I cheated. I lied, and there were so many things that were just happening in the relationship. And me and my ex, we are friends today. We are friends. We have talked about it and all
Oh,
this
that's
kind of
cool.
stuff. And we're good friends. And I love my ex as a friend. And we finally got the friendship back together. But that song is about me telling how sorry I am, basically. That's like, I am the one to blame. I'm the one who messed up, and a lot of this kind of stuff. And that's what the song is about. And no, so it's a personal good song. It's my favorite song because it's so personal.
So in your music, do you what instrument do you play?
Oh, I just sing and write.
Okay.
I also do make like dark trap, electronic music and stuff on the side. But you don't need instruments to do that anymore. You can use a lot of other stuff and create it with a mouse.
Oh
So that's
yeah,
mostly
technology's come
yeah.
off very far.
But
Yeah.
my friend Hoggy, he plays whatever the fuck he wants to play. He is crazy, and I might be a musician, but I don't know 90% of the fucking names of. Sorry for the swearing. I don't know 90% of the names of every equipment he has. He has like over 20 guitars, many drum sets, and he has
Mhm.
his apartment is basically a music studio. And it's just like that. He's crazy on what he does when it comes to playing the instruments, and he's also the one who screams mostly on the songs, like the unclean screaming vocals. 'Cause
Mhm.
I do screaming vocals too, but I have different screaming vocals. So I'm more black metal when I scream. He's more melodic metal when he screams, and deathcore. Um, so he is the one who knows, all these names of, all these guitars. I know he talked about it. I was watching some friends of mine stream, and he wrote in the chat, because he talked and stuff, and he also wrote that in our Discord. He bought like a new guitar, and it was like super expensive, and it's just like shit. He spends a lot of money on the good equipment,
Huh.
and he's the one who mostly produces our freeze frame songs. He's the one who mostly does it. Um, I do a little producing, mastering, learning a little bit more how to do it when it comes to like the metal stuff, because
Mhm.
electronic and other stuff, it's so goddamn simple. Been doing that for years, but doing more advanced stuff like we do with those songs, then he does most of that. So I am the songwriter, the clean singer, also the screamer when we make black metal, and he's the one who does most of the producing, mastering, and plays the instruments and stuff like that.
That's awesome. I music is a big part of my life. That's one of the reasons why I host karaoke streams, because I just love music, and it's not just one aspect of.
Yeah, exactly. I know it. For many people, music, has been the biggest thing
There's
since their
many
lives.
types of music for different feelings and
Oh
emotions that you can
yes,
feel. You know,
exactly,
so
and it's like with metal, there's so many things. For example, like in different metal genres, there's so many things you can do there too. It can be
yeah.
fighting against the politicians to writing about a love song. You can make a happy song. You can make a parody song. You can do covers. There's so many things. It depends on your mood,
Hmm.
what you want to do. And like for me, for example, I want to do 3 songs about relationships, like a trilogy in the story. And then now we have done the trilogy with the sad emo love story, as I call it, right?
Hmm.
And now we're gonna go on to more the rebelling, hardcore music with the lyrics.
Hail Wes Cagle. Good to see
Hail.
you, brother Warrior. Good to see you, man. Wes Cagle. He's been joining my karaoke streams late.
Oh, that
We
is
have a great old
cool.
time, man. Yeah.
That is really cool. um
Oh yeah, he's
and
a nice guy.
Yeah. And also when we're done with the more rebelling music, we're gonna do something else. So we're gonna do an album this year. Hopefully
Oh,
in
awesome.
before winter, or in the winter we will release the album. We just need to get done with 2 more songs for the album. But it takes time because
Hmm.
I did rewrite the song also because the new song did miss something, and I wanted it to be more heavy in the lyrics and more personal in the lyrics. So I spent days and days rewriting the song. So right now we are in the process of re-recording the vocals, and then he's gonna do some more drums, more drums, and I think he was gonna do some other sound stuff with the guitar that he talked about that he wanted to try out. And what's so good with me and him, we don't need to argue about what we want because we like the same music and we are experimental. We like to try whatever to just for fun, right?
Awesome. Hello, LDG, my most valued tech guy. Helps me out
Hey,
when shit doesn't work or I have an audio issue. He's the guy I go to.
he's the guy to go to.
LDG, you've been uh, more than a friend. You've been a savior for years. A major producer of the Jedi Bill content because he has saved my Heine more times than I can imagine. So, hello, and I very much appreciate you, LDG of FreeTheNet,
Always
whose
good to have
own
tech guy.
channel skyrocketed no more than
Nice.
3.5 months ago to 50K subscribers. Put out one
Nice.
3-minute video and skyrocket to 50K. Congratulations, you awesome LDG of FreeTheNet. And hello, Yvette. Thank you for dropping in. This means so much to see you. Thank you, Yvette.
Really nice, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome when your folks come and drop by and say hello. It puts a big smile on my face. See, a big smile. So glad to see you all.
That is good,
Yeah.
man. A lot of good support, and that's the amazing thing. You can meet so
Yep.
many great people too.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Meeting interesting people,
Yeah,
and sharing a common interest, common goal. You
yeah,
know, yeah.
exactly. That's how I met Chris. Because of he used to be in the chat of certain streams I was on, and then I just contacted him. I saw him streaming at one point back in the day, and we played some DBD together, and he became one of my best friends ever.
Yvette says, "Congratulations, Bill, on 4 years. Starting popping on the soup 6 months after you started. Great memories. Thank you so much, Yvette. And thank you, LDG. It has been a very wild and bumpy ride. Uh, and our one of our friends who can't be here right now because his computer died. A great friend, Deej Odyssey, who few of us are gonna pull together to help him get a new computer. Deej, you are missed, brother, and we hope we can get you back online, get you fighting those zombies again.
You know, and of course, Chris. Ooh, we are friends. Gross, Jason. Yeah, it's really gross, Chris. That we're friends. It's gross shit. uh, that's how friends are, man.
I'm looking for the message that you got. Where can I see him? Okay. Oh, fine.
Do you find it or?
There we go. Chat. Wait. Okay, that didn't work.
Isn't it fun when
I don't.
technology just doesn't want to work?
Well, I'm like trying to see the chat. She says on X, but I like I don't know.
You can't see it
I
on
may
X,
know how
or-
to go live, but I can't see the chat on Twitter or X, as we call it. I don't know what you call it these days. I still call it
Wait,
Twitter. It's just easy.
a lot-
It's just easier that way.
yeah. Yeah, it's sad that StreamYard doesn't have like the Twitch the Twitter stuff that you can like see Twitter chat in StreamYard. That would have been great if they added that. It would have been easier.
Deej News PC arrives Wednesday. Interim PC can get him back online. LDG is building a really nice one for him. That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
nice. It's
Yeah.
pretty nice.
A few of us are gonna see what we can do to help with that. You know, Deej is a great guy. He's a great guy. Makes amazing content. And now we need to work on he doesn't believe he can get it, but I know we can get him to 1K. That I mean, he's so close. He's got like 868
Oh,
subscribers, so
that's
we
pretty
can
good.
definitely get Deej to 1K and beyond. You
Yeah,
know.
that's good. And it's always good to promote to friends and help each other, because YouTube, we are a family, we need to stick together and help each other grow,
Yeah, yeah. Together we strength in numbers, that's for sure.
Yeah,
That's kind of how it happens with the community here on YouTube. I have a lot of subscribers that Bird of Prey 5 has. We share and all the other chairs like Enter of Jill, Mikey Seuss for Stark of Iron. We all share a number of people who come to our streams, and it's
yeah,
an amazing thing. Wonderful, and we're happy to provide you guys with good content. And
yeah.
I still want to I want to do so much here on YouTube.
Yes, that's understandable.
I want to make videos, but I have the means to do so. I just like there's like a learning curve with like learning the editing software and
It also depends what
learning how to
software.
make thumbnails and whatnot.
Yeah,
So
no, I totally understand that.
I just gotta really buckle down and do the work.
Yeah, that's the thing. You just need to sit down and do the work, and it all depends on what editing program you want to use. And like I always say, you don't need the most expensive editing software out there. You could take it for a guy who's been working with films and series, music videos, and stuff like that. I've done editing a lot of my life, and I use like 3 different programs to do editing, but it depends on what you're gonna edit.
Yeah.
When
Yvette
I'm
writes, we have a great group of friends who always step up to help each other. Bill and I made eat. Yes, yes, that is true. Eat bollocks for lots of money. Well, there was a stream where I think I was doing a fundraiser, probably for my own system PC or something like on the lines of that, where I Well,
Yeah.
I did. I ate some disgusting things. Let me tell you. But it was a riot. It was a fun, I've done some things I'm not proud of, but
It is
over
what it
the
is,
4
man.
years, But when
Okay.
you want
Then
to when you want to rise through the ranks, you're willing to do anything and put yourself out there, and that's
have you ever done the
basically
one
what I've
chip
been doing.
challenge on YouTube?
Yeah, I did the 1 day chip challenge.
Did you
On
did? Cool,
YouTube.
cool.
Yes, yes.
How did
I
how did you
actually did
react?
it the same time that LDTT did it.
How did you react on it? How did you feel?
It was nothing. It was a piece of cake. It was simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fired up. I had a like mucha energy, and
Yeah.
I kicked that chip's ass with no
Mhm.
problem.
Yeah. No, I've done a lot of
Mm.
stuff that myself, but I
Mm.
love spicy stuff, and I don't recommend it to everybody out there. You have to normally build up a tolerance for it because it can be deadly for certain people. Um, so everyone has to be careful at some point. With points like it can be really dangerous. I've seen accidents, and people have died of it. So people have to be careful. But I love doing spicy challenges, and I love spicy food. It's like my top tier thing.
There we go. Zombie Basher 997. Yes, where I got Evil Ash as Avatar, or as I like to call him, El Deadite.
Hey,
Hey,
Chris.
Sting Kenobi! Good to see you.
Hey,
Thank you,
Stig,
man.
a fellow
Sting Kenobi,
Norwegian.
awesome. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Stig.
Yes, 4 years. And can you believe it started with a fellow, the Lord of Mischief, Stone Loki, yeah, and countless others, yeah. Not to mention, I did a few crazy streams. I went for 38 hours one time,
38,
over
damn.
30 hours. Then I did a 50-hour stream. Then I topped that one with doing a 60-hour stream.
I
You
hope you
know, where
slept.
it's where I slept a little on those.
Oh, a little.
Yeah, a little. I don't. Those are
Yeah,
some crazy streams, man. I'll tell you.
yeah. I think the longest I've done is like 24 hours when I used to be on Twitch.
Yeah.
With no sleep, just gaming, watching stuff, having a great time in that kind of sense. No sleep though. But 60 hours? Hell no. I could never do that.
Chip challenge, easy. Uh, Easy. Phil Curry, honest. What honest Curry on the plane though was a challenge, and I've done that. I don't know what that is. You bet.
There
How
is
Curry, the hottest curry on the planet. Now that's a challenge, he says.
that is a challenge, and I really wanna. I wish I could try the hottest pepper we do have in the world right now, and that's Pepper X.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the hottest pepper we do have now. And but you can't get it. But I would love to try it, and that's hot. That's the hottest pepper in the world right now. The crazy that they
Stinky
managed to
Nobody
do it.
says Stinky Nobody says he once think he did 9 hours. I think it was me and John Talks and two others.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah,
that's
John
cool.
talks.
And Yvette says Google it. I will do that, Yvette. I will do that. Sure. Yeah, it's been a wild, bumpy ride, and you know, I hope I hope to be here for another 5. So yeah, well, it's been one hell of a ride, and the ride will continue.
Continue
And
and grow more.
yeah, that happens. Did Elon Musk grow it on Pepper X? I don't know.
No, he didn't.
Uh,
But it is funny because he has X, yeah. No, it's Ed Curry, who is the guy who created the Carolina Reaper. He's the guy who
uh-huh.
created Pepper X, and Carolina Reaper was the one of the hottest, the hottest at the time. And I
Yeah,
tried it.
right.
It is spicy AF, but I still love it. It's spicy, but I love it. So he wanted to create an even more spicy pepper, and he managed to goddamn do it. And I bet that he want to go even higher after Pepper X, because he's crazy. And it's crazy to look at Ed Curry every time he eats peppers, because he just chills like a normal person. Even when you see he's burning inside, sweating a little, he talks normal. He's acting completely normal. It's kind of crazy. He's just like such a professional.
Well, I did this thing that had these little hot. I and LGG, but he did it his before mine. I did mine after. We did this wheel of hot sauces, where the
Oh,
highest one would have had like 8 million Scoville. Bill
ooh, I love it. Ooh, I love
had
it.
and yes, needless to say, I
I need to do that.
I ate a Tostito chip filled with that number 12. I did 2 of them back to back.
I I remember, I think it was it last year or something, or the year before. I was meeting some friends of mine, and there is like, it's kind of a pub, a club, pub-ish thing, that some friends of mine have in Oslo. It's called House of Nerds. It's like a geek pub, basically. You can play Xbox, PC, old games. Super old games before a lot of people were born. They have every little single thing there. But they also have beer, alcohol and everything you can drink. And every time you become a friend with the owners and the people that runs it, they always have this little thing you have to do.
Yeah.
And that is, they have like one of the hottest spicy sauces that you can get, and you have to like eat it on a ship. And
Mhm.
I would say that is spicy AF, and it will burn you. Like when you get it on your finger, you feel it. And they were gonna put on mine, and I thought they took too little on. So like, what the f, bro? So I took more spice sauce on it. I ate it. Like, no problem, man. It's like, yeah, I feel burning, but it's no problem. It's all good.
Yvette says, I love bird's eye chili. They are super hot but fantastic in cooking.
Yeah, I really want to travel to India because they have so much spicy food that I want to try. And they go spicy. Like, if you think you've eaten spicy, not before you've gone to India. Everybody says that. You think you've eaten spicy food until you go to India. Then you understand what spicy food is. Because
Mm.
down there, they are crazy on the spices, man. They love spice.
I've got here I've over the past couple of Christmases I've gotten like many like several hot sauces that are like super hot or something, but like some of them were hot, some of them were hotter, some of them I haven't even tried yet. So.
Yeah,
I ate some really hot. Uh,
yeah.
what do we call it? Chili. Yeah, not chili.
Just normal chili, or what kind of chili? Because there's many chilies out there.
Salsa was what I meant. but I meant salsa. Yeah. There's
Yeah,
some,
so
yeah. It's always good.
yep, prismatics. We're gonna do a spicy challenge one day, bro. When we hang together, we're gonna do a spicy challenge. Trust me. Next time we go to Kiel in Germany, I will bring some spicy stuff.
Curtis says yes to Joe. Leave this up for a few years. Thank you, Curtis Shelby. Be well, my friend. Party on. Be excellent.
Party on.
And we'll see you when we see you next, brother. Yvette writes, actually, it's a myth about India. I've been, and they don't eat hot stuff. They export it, but I had some of amazing food there. Ah, cool.
I think it depends on where you eat. I know some places there make spicy food. I have friends who are from India, and they have eaten a lot of spicy food there.
President thinks, oh, hell no.
Oh, hell yeah, Chris. Oh, hell yeah. We're going to do
He's
it, man.
telling you, oh, hell no.
I don't care,
He
Chris.
says,
I don't.
spicy food is not my thing.
Yeah, he is just like, hell no. But hey, Prismatics, hell yeah, boy. We're going to do it. And I will win. Easy. Hey, Pris, you can get milk on the side. I will do no milk. You can have milk on the side. Or something.
Yeah, when you're eating hot stuff, you don't want to drink water. That's like a big no-no.
Oh,
and you
water,
definitely
no.
don't rub your eyes.
Oh,
You
God.
get spicy stuff in your eyes. You'll be crying for hours until your teardrops run dry.
Yeah, I had a friend who forgot that he was cutting chili, and then he rubbed his goddamn eye. God, he was so... God, I got so mad. Like, bro, you're cutting up spicy food. Like this is a chili, man. You have to be careful, not rub your goddamn eyes. But he did it, So it's just like... He was... And now I want spicy food. One thing I like is like spicy tikka masala. Spicy tikka masala. And I normally make it myself. And the way I make it is that I make it really spicy, but I also put some other stuff on it to make it not spicy. So it kind of becomes like a mixture of hell and heaven in the taste, And I kind of like that combination because it's like you feel the burn, you're feeling the spiciness, but at the same time you feel a little coolness and a freshness, and it feels like heaven again, It's like a good combination. That's the way I do my tikka masala. Haven't had it for ages. I need to make it at some point again. Love it.
Awesome. I don't know. I might be bold, getting old in my age, but I might be bold once to do another hot challenge. But don't quote me on that.
Okay, fine. But you don't want me to find a way to cause problem for you. That is anything else but spicy food. Believe me, you don't want me to in a way. Yeah, I know, man.
Well,
I know.
if Prismatics ain't up for it, I might take you up on the offer, so to speak. We could have great fun with that. Hey, we can maybe get LTG involved.
Yeah, right.
He loves spicy stuff.
I remember also back in the day, this was on Twitch years ago before I was on YouTube. Me and a couple other old friends of mine, we did, spicy sauce challenges on, chicken wings and stuff. My old friends, they started crying basically, they started sweating, they needed milk. And I just sit there like a dumbass and just like, what are you guys doing? Like, it's good. I just ate and ate. And I'm like, oh, goddamn, this sauce is good. I love the spice. And they are just like, what? Chase, are you even human? And I'm like, yeah, I'm human, I think. How can you eat so much spice, man? Like, I don't know, man.
Hail, William Shakespeare. Thank you. Hail you, man.
Nail.
Good to see you. Thank you for. Cheers to you, brother. Cheers to you.
And what my friend did the day after is that he was gonna make toast when we woke up and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he thought he was gonna be smart and trick me. So he took that spicy sauce, a lot of it, in the toast, because he wanted to see if I was acting or not, right?
Uh-huh.
And I ate it, and I told him, "God damn, this toast is good. Like, what did you do with it? Like, it's really goddamn good." And he's just like, "Yeah, Jason, you're not human. I put a lot of spicy sauce on it. I'm like, that's why it's good. God damn, I need to do this more often. It's fantastic." He's like, "No, you're not human. We refuse to call you human because no human is supposed to eat spice like that." I'm like, "Yeah, I have a thing for spicy food."
Uh, do you put spicy like hot sauce on your like eggs or stuff?
I don't eat too much of eggs. Normally, when I have eggs, I like mayo and salt, just simple. And eat it with some salad. So
Mm-hmm.
I have with eggs. I've barely ever done that. I don't think I actually have done that with eggs, like just eggs in
Oh,
general.
hot sauce on like scrambled eggs is the bomb.
I need to try that. I've had pepper and stuff, but not like any spicy sauce.
Mhm.
So I need to try that. I'm gonna try that. It's a good idea. I need to go to Oslo to try to get some good spicy sauces and
Ooh.
go to Amazon and order some spice stuff because Norway has so little here. You have to order most of the time here. Just order a bunch of spicy stuff and try them out.
Hey, this is awesome. Thank you all for being here. We got 35 watching on YouTube, and over on the X side of it, we got 23 viewers. Let's see, and 2 on Rumble. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you.
Oh, now I'm
I've been
hungry.
thinking about doing like a variety show where maybe I do some singing or have a singer showcase some music and maybe do some comedy, maybe some sketching. I mean, there's so
Yeah.
many things that this
No, you
noggin
just
thinks up that I haven't executed.
you
So,
should do
well,
some
it'll
YouTube
be
stuff
interesting.
then.
Will be interesting to see some of these
Yeah.
things come to fruition in
There's a lot of
the
independent artists
future.
out there who likes get showcased and helped out and and all that kind of stuff.
Huh?
So that's
We
a good
might have
idea.
to format the Insomniac soup. And definitely, I had like 300 over 300 episodes of the Insomniac soup. I kind of left it, haven't done much with it, but maybe that's a show I need to bring back. Hey, Real Walden Game Clips. Hail, brother. Good to see you.
Hail, Real Wade. It's good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for having me on the Star Wars stream, brother.
Oh yeah, you guys did a Star Wars stream?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
That went well. I got invited unexpectedly, but it was really fun, talking about Star Wars and some fun facts about Star Wars and stuff like that. That's kind of fun. I have
So was it on May the 4th?
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I normally don't celebrate on May the 4th because for me it's 25th,
Yeah.
but I always like to help out, and I like to talk with people, and it's like I say, it's like maybe I don't celebrate it and all that kind of stuff that day, but if people do, all power to you, and I'm not gonna hate you for it because I know there's a lot of people out there who's like, oh, if you celebrate it that day, you're a fake Star Wars fan. That's not how it is. Like, no.
Mhm.
If you want to celebrate it that day, is completely fine. you know, that is completely fine. Like, you do what you want to do. If that's a Star Wars day for you, well, then you're gonna do it, you know? Then you will do it, you know? Then
Yeah.
don't listen to what people say. It's like, yeah, for me, 25th is of course my official Star Wars day where I rewatch all the 6 movies and stuff like that. And I have a lot of friends who does it, May the 4th and all that kind of stuff, and that's completely fine.
Huh. Cool. Cool, man. To be fair, we're trying to see what the stream would do. Oh, that's awesome. Well, that was awesome that went for you. I find it difficult with the state of Star Wars. Obviously, my name's Jedi Bill, and that name is solely based on the original, the OG Star Wars.
Yeah,
We're talking
expanded universe.
yeah, we're talking.
Yeah,
Well, it was
love
Star
it.
Wars before it was even called New Hope.
Yeah, it was.
I just call it so Star Wars.
Yeah,
I'm talking
my next
Star Wars, and
my next tattoo is gonna be a new Star Wars tattoo because I already have like a small Star Wars tattoo with the Rebellion and the Empire on, of course. But I'm gonna have Darth Nihilus on my hand. I'm gonna get Darth Nihilus mask and everything on my hand.
Well, yeah. Chrono says Luke Skywalker is annoying these days. They
Totally
made him
Wolverine.
drink the blue titty or green titty milk.
Yeah,
from the
but
sea cow.
it works for Mark Hamill now because he became like that.
Yeah.
His recent thing that he did with the whole Biden thing was kind of funny when he was talking. And I'm not gonna talk any political or stuff like that. But it was just him being on stage. He looked so drunk or something. He was so gone. It was so funny. It was so funny. Yeah, I don't like the sequels and stuff like that. For me, it is only 6 movies. Or it's the 6 movies, the original TV show, the original animated TV show they did from 2003 2005. Not the new Clone Wars, but the old Clone Wars TV series animated, and then of course the expanded universe and stuff like that. Love the expanded universe. So much great story in the
blue or green milk. Yeah,
I have never ever tried any of them.
Yeah. Star Wars is another lost cause under that House of Mouse. It's dead. It was dead DOA on arrival, JJ copy and paste Abrams. That's all he did was copy and paste. He made things look good, but he's a shit for storytelling and directing.
Yeah.
everything he touches is shit, but
yeah. Exactly. No, I did watch Bad Batch. I rewatched season 1 and 2, and then I watched season 3, and that's the only show that I have kind of enjoyed to a point. Dave Filoni did not write the episodes. If he probably did 1 or 2, but not all of them. But the Bad Batch was decent, other than the connecting with the Disney sequels and other stuff like that. That annoyed me, of course, with the cloning, because Palpatine and stuff like that. But I did care about Omega, and I cared about, of course, the Bad Batch themselves. And it was more for dark story. They focused, more on the characters and stuff like that. And I enjoyed it. I gave it a 7 out of 10 because I actually enjoyed Bad Batch. I'm not gonna lie about that. It was weird to see Ventress back, but again, it's Disney Star Wars. Nothing makes sense in their continuity because in their universe, in this canon to Disney, Asajj Ventress died in the hands of Count Dooku. She died, and now she lives again. But my Ventress is not from the Clone Wars or Bad Batch. My Ventress is from the Expanded Universe, where she actually doesn't die. She comes back also as a half cyborg, and then at the end she leaves the war. She leaves everything, and you never see her again. That's
Mhm.
my Ventress. But the show overall was a 7 out of 10. It was enjoyable. And I look at it as I don't look at it as a Disney universe or any universe. I look at it as its own standalone universe. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it makes no sense to everything else. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna just look at the TV series as its own universe and ignore everything else because I care about the characters. And
Hail,
Omega,
Cody.
hail Cody. At least Omega was not a Mary Sue in the show, and that's good. She actually has the flaws. And that's good. She learns and all that kind of stuff. Something Ray never did, and other characters never did. They were just powerful and strong. They were the bestest ever. Don't get me started with Mary Sue's. I know, man. Too many out there. We never had strong women before, in old movies. Never. That's what they tell us. We're just wrong.
Yeah.
It's all a fantasy.
There's no Ripley, right?
Yeah, we never had Ripley. We didn't have anything before Jennifer Lawrence, right?
Oh, please, yeah.
Yep, Ray was one of them. Ray was one of the big Mary Sues. She was a Mary Sue from the beginning of the series.
I
She
bet
knew
you that
everything.
she probably hates that role.
But she's coming back for a new Ray movie. They are making it,
Supposedly. Hopefully we'll never see it.
Oh, it's not supposedly.
Well,
It will
I
happen.
personally won't ever see it.
Daisy Ridley has gone out, talked about some of the script and not too much about it. And yeah, they are making the movie. They're continuing the story with Ray. And she basically has Luke Skywalker's story right now with the Jedi Academy. And she's gonna be the bestest Jedi ever,
The bestest ever.
Yeah, because she's a Skywalker, Really not, but you can identify as anything in the world, so she identifies as Skywalker. She's not even fully human. That's the fun part. She's half clone. Did you know that? That she's part clone?
Yeah.
Because
Hail
if you
CLS Studio.
hail. No, if you read The Rise of Soy Milker, as I like to call the movie, if you read the book of The Rise of Soy Milker, I did for fun. Because one of my friends, he's the boss at a comic store here. And so I was like, hey, I want to sit down, just read it for fun. So, I just sat in the background, read it. And the father to Rey is a clone of Palpatine who escaped Exegol. So the father of Rey is a clone of Palpatine with no force power. He was a failed clone. He found a woman, had sex with her, and made Rey. So technically, Palpatine is the father to Rey, technically, and the grandfather in a weird way. Yeah, it's really weird the way they did it.
Hello, humans. Stayed.
Hello.
Resident Cephalopod. Thank you, Brother Warrior. Thank you. Yeah, Warriors. Well, now every stream after this begins year 5. So, David Quintana. Good to see you, man. That one messed up your family. Wait,
that is, because it's a clone of Palpatine getting a woman. He gets pregnant, so yeah, Palpatine is the father and the grandfather technically. So yeah, it's kind of weird, yeah. And She might also have Skywalker blood because in the comics they did. They teased that they were using Luke's hand to clone Palpatine and Snoke and stuff. So if they used Luke's hand as they hinted to in Disney comics, that means, also that Rey is also a Skywalker and Palpatine, and she kissed her family when she kissed Ben Solo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I agree, David. Why couldn't they just leave Palpatine dead? I wish that too. They did it also in the expanded universe with the Dark Empire. They back in the time in expanded universe, they did also have cloning with Palpatine, and he came back in a cloned body. The cloned bodies were not perfect, so they were dying really fast. Luke Skywalker also went to the dark side a little bit in that comic line. And it's George Lucas's favorite comic line. George Lucas loved the Dark Empire. He loved it so much that he bought it to his whole company. Everyone who worked there, he bought it for everybody who worked there because he wanted everybody to have it. So he loved it. I was never the biggest fan of the Dark Empire comic because I always think that Palpatine should have stayed dead and never cloned himself. I could have accepted Dark Empire if they did write it different. Oh, that's completely fine that you did, man. And the books, yeah, the books. So yeah, of course. But the way I wish that what they could have done instead is that the clone of Palpatine, yes, there were a Dark Empire too, also, yeah. And what they could have done is they write Palpatine as a clone, but it's not really Palpatine. He's just a clone with the memories of Palpatine, right? I think that could have worked a lot better, and I would have accepted that a little bit better if it was just a clone with the memories of Palpatine, and he thinks he's the real Palpatine, but he's not. Because I think Palpatine should have stayed dead. Same with Maul when they brought Maul back. That was also George Lucas's idea in Clone Wars to bring back Maul. I also think that he should be dead because certain characters should stay dead.
Back in 1999 when they introduced Darth Maul, I was like, man, that's a really cool ass looking villain. And then when you see him get killed on screen, it's like, really? That's it? What the fuck?
Yeah, but he had
this new villain, and it's just like, boom, he's dead.
Yeah, no, for me it makes sense because he was there to serve a purpose, and that was, get the Sith out of hiding. Now they know about the Sith again, and then it was also the purpose with killing Qui-Gon Jinn. And then also when Obi-Wan fights Maul, Obi-Wan also has these thoughts. He goes a little bit dark in a way. He does get mad, and he's a Jedi. He shouldn't be, and it kind of gets to his feelings, and that's understandable because it's his master. Even if you're a Jedi, no Jedi is perfect. Everyone will still kind of have feelings to a point. And it all served a purpose, and that's the way it should be.
They write, they were using captured Force users in the Project Necromancer to ultimately perfect a clone body for Palpatine that would not degenerate.
Yep. And yeah, Han shot first. Yeah, Greedo never shot. It was Han Solo who shot first. He's the only one who shot. The only one who did it. A fun fact that I rewatched Phantom Menace lately, and I have an extended version of it. That with deleted scenes and stuff. And I've totally forgotten some of the deleted scenes, and it's been so many years since I read some of the books. And it was so funny when I was watching the movie again, and one of the deleted scenes, you have Anakin fighting Greedo as a kid. And that also showcased that Anakin has anger in him. And I'm like, they should have really kept that in the official version of the movie, because that shows Anakin still has that anger in him, and that would build up him to, become evil, because he still has all these emotions, anger, and of course his mother. And it's like it's just perfect, it was well done in my opinion. They should have kept it in the movie.
Yeah. That was just can't. They threw out all this fucking mouse. And
Yeah. Kylo Ren
that
was a
cake.
brat. He's an emo from Hot Topic. Hey mom, I want those shoes. You're not gonna give me those shoes? I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna get mad. That's how Kylo Ren is. He's a guy from Hot Topic that nobody fucking liked. He's a fucking emo.
It makes you wonder. I don't think anybody's going to remember those in 20 years. I mean, who's going to really get? Disney thinks whatever their train of thought is, they're dead wrong. Who's going to remember those films? Who's a fan of those films?
Yeah, exactly. No, trash films, man. Never gonna watch them again, man. Never.
It's like
bad experiences.
I hear that Andor was a great series, but
Oof.
I just couldn't get into it. Why watch something? He's dead already.
Yeah, and the thing with Andor and Rogue One, that is it's just a rip of story of Kyle Katarn and his companion and all that. They just ripped off the whole story and just created new characters with new names. But there was basically
what? Supposedly the Acolyte, which comes out next month, is supposedly Star Wars interpreted from Frozen.
Yeah, the woman who makes it, who is a weirdo, she compared with Kill Bill and all this kind of stuff. And again, there's a rumor that the villain is going to be a non-binary, and yeah, it's just a lot of weird stuff with that series. And no Sith is going to be there because they were in hiding for thousands of years, and suddenly we have people with dark force powers and all that. The only way to make that TV show to make sense is kill everybody. They have to be a Suicide Squad from DC. Just kill everybody, and nobody will ever know.
What's up, Dade?
Not much. What's up with y'all?
Want to join our Star Wars discussion?
Rant.
Well, I may or may not agree with everything you guys say.
No, you're gonna agree with everything we say. That's how. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
No, I'm usually the devil's. I'm usually the devil's advocate, for a lot of reasons. Now that being said, I am not a fan of the sequel movies. Never have been. I have liked some of the television shows.
Yeah.
But I was mostly gonna come in and talk about Legends for a minute, and how a lot of Legends, and keep in mind, I'm nearly 50. I've been a Star Wars fan since the thing started, basically. And a lot of those novels didn't make sense. And I loved every one of them. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
well,
no, I
except
totally
for a couple.
understand you. I totally understand. It's like a lot of people, they praise the Expanded Universe to be so perfect. It's like, no, the Expanded Universe wasn't perfect. Never was. It has a lot of great stories, but not everything made sense. Not everything.
Well, for me, I liked pretty much everything, with the exception of maybe Crystal Star and a couple of other books. Some of those were hard to get through. The whole Luke Skywalker being in love with a woman who was part of whose soul was in a space station. No. I just can't with some of these books. But just on the whole Palpatine issue.
Yeah.
Even in Legends, when they did Dark Empire.
Yep.
It was always Skywalker blood.
Always.
Because if ultimately, Palpatine tried to take the body of Anakin Solo. That was his final last-ditch effort.
Yep.
It was always going to be Skywalker blood because of the force ability of the Skywalker bloodline.
Yep.
And when Disney did the sequel trilogy, poorly, might I add,
Oh yeah.
when Disney did the sequel trilogy, they tried to take elements of Dark Empire. And I'm sorry,
Yep.
I know lots
They
of people
did.
who love Dark Empire. I am not fond of it.
Oh, me neither, man. Me neither.
And honestly, what I want from Star Wars at this point, I'm not gonna say Disney to sell it or whatever, because at this point I don't give a fuck. Um, what I really want from Star Wars is some era of Star Wars other than the Skywalker era. I'm done with stories in the Skywalker era. I'm done with the Skywalker family. That horse has been played out,
Yeah.
and I'm looking for I have some hopes for the Acolyte, because some of the things I know of that are behind the scenes that have gone on with that show. Um, so I have a little
Like,
bit of hope for it.
but it does fuck with the continuity, though.
It at this point, anything's gonna fuck with the continuity.
And
Um, but let's be perfectly honest. Legends fucked with continuity too.
they did a couple of times.
There was not. I mean and anything and George always said that the Legends books and comic books could be contradicted at any time by him. And some of the things that George planned on doing, nothing's perfect when it comes to Star Wars, especially. Nothing's perfect. Um,
Yep. Obi-Wan is dead, yeah.
on either
He's a
side,
faithful.
nothing is perfect. Disney, original Lucasfilm, none of it's perfect. It was always going to be a kind of fractured story by a rather intelligent man. Uh, Now I will contradict one thing a lot of people say about Disney Star Wars, and this is where I might sound controversial and not trying to piss anybody off, but Lucas is more involved with Disney Star Wars than a lot of people think. Um,
A lot of people have had that feeling, and I've said
well,
it a couple of times too. People do forget that he's been on the set when they did the
oh, it's
Mandalorian
more than just
stuff
being on
and
the
other.
set.
Yeah, I
It's
know,
more
I know
than
what you're
just been on the
meaning.
set.
I just, I'm
He's
just
been a
talking about people who
consultant.
forgot it, have forgotten all this kind of stuff. If you
Yeah,
know what I mean.
all the people that want to say that George got victimized by Disney, he got victimized to the tune of $4 billion. Okay, keep in mind, everybody, the man sold it for $4 billion. He's not hurting. He also has 30% off the back end of merchandise, which is a lot of money. Okay.
He's just rich as AF.
He also has 46% of the board when it comes to Lucasfilm and Star Wars, which is why when Nelson Peltz tried to do his takeover, George's vote was the thing that sank Nelson Peltz. George also has consultancy on just about everything they do. Filoni, Favreau, Kennedy, they all still talk to George. That's why he's been on the set of a couple of these things. And it's more than just a couple of these things. The man's there a lot. So everybody who thinks that Disney has victimized George, sorry, I'm here to burst your bubble. They haven't victimized him. The man made his choice.
Yeah.
That being said, I still think other people could do this better.
Oh, it's a lot of people who could do a lot of this kind of stuff better.
I'm part of a Star Wars show on Sunday nights with another channel,
Oh, nice.
and we do talk to people from Lucasfilm. We do have official guests and stuff,
Nice.
and a lot of people would call us Access Media and be mad at us or whatever. We still disagree with some of the stuff that Disney does. We
Yeah.
still voice our opinions, and
I think it's all shit.
what's fun about that is the people from Lucasfilm don't ever argue with us. They've never been angry with us, and it's ultimately it's all business. And another thing that we must remember, and this is where we must humble ourselves as fans, okay? As fans, we are the 1%. The people who really speak with their wallets are John Q and Susie Q Public, okay? And if the kids want to go see the movie, mom and dad who don't care about the culture war are going
Nope.
to take their kids to these movies. They're going to buy their kids the Grogu thing because Grogu's cute. They're going to buy this merchandise. So ultimately, that's what Disney pays attention to. Okay, and like I said, I don't want to burst anybody's bubble because I'm part of the 1%.
What they're not buying is the Holdor.
Well, that was never okay.
Rose,
That
Rose
character,
Tico.
those characters were never going to be popular, Bill. Never.
Yeah.
Okay, and there were characters in the original trilogy that were not popular. You would see, I remember as a kid buying the Star Wars toys, and you would go in and Han would never be available, Chewie would never be available, Luke would never be available, but you'd have 70 on the wall of some alien. Okay, there are always unpopular characters in these things. But like I said, in the end,
I
I
wonder
think
how
that-
many kids can say, Babu Flick, I want Babu Flick.
Hey, I actually think Babu Frick's neat, but that's beside the point. It's
But-
because I like small, tiny things that tell me not to touch them. No, I'm joking. Um,
that sounded wrong.
I know it did. Anyway, aliens.
But I have
aliens.
to go.
No.
But I have to
Jason,
go
yeah.
because I need to go to a meeting.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. By the way, I'm sub to your channel.
Oh,
Your
thank
music
you.
is awesome, dude.
Oh, thank you.
I like
appreciate
your.
it.
A friend of mine turned me onto your stuff. So.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
What's up, Lady V? And speak of the devil, and she appears. Anyway, what's up, Lady V?
Yeah, but I need to go to a meeting, and yesterday's actually about music.
All right, take it easy, brother.
Take it
Take
easy,
care,
people.
Jason.
Have a great
thanks
stream.
for dropping him in, man.
Of
Good
course,
fun.
man. Nice meeting you, Ted. Real nice meeting you.
Good to meet you.
And Jedi Bill, congratulations on 4 years.
Thank you.
And before I go, I just, as I always say to people out there, just remember life's too short, make the most of it. And we on this panel, we love you, we appreciate you. And none of us would have been here if it wasn't for you people out there inspiring us and giving all the love and
That's
support.
right.
Love and
Most
support that you're
definitely.
giving us. So thank
Most
you, everybody.
definitely.
It means the world.
Yes.
So, guys, have a great stream, and we will talk later.
Take it easy, Jason.
Take care, Jason, man.
Bye.
Everybody, go sub to 45, 440.
440 Productions. Yeah.
440. Yeah.
Bill, what I realized,
What?
you've been doing this for 4 years.
Yeah.
I've been here almost as long as that
Yeah.
with you.
I know, right?
That was
Time flies, right?
yeah, I was on one of Deleted's things the other day, and Deleted was like, "Yeah, you've been around forever, dude." Started a
Yes,
show.
I'm letting my Sith flag fly.
So am I.
It's how I feel about House of Mouse,
Well,
what they want to call Star Wars.
like I said, Bill, I can't really say much bad about the House of Mouse at the moment because you know why. So, but that being said, I don't agree with everything they do. I think that they need to get people in there that actually care. Because ultimately, none of these corporations care. None of them. They're into making money, and listening to us is not going to make them money. At least they think so. And you can get mad about it. You can rail and scream and cry about it. But what you need to do, if you want to change the way these companies do things, get your foot in the door. Like I'm doing.
Yeah.
You get your foot in the door, you get in there, and you be the change that you want to affect in these companies.
Thank you,
Now,
Lady B.
now, I'm going to be in on the ground floor. I'm going to have to start at the bottom. But if you can get high enough, if you can fight to make what you love, a couple of years, maybe I'll be able to affect change over there. Going in as
Well,
a voice actor is going to give me a little bit of clout, but we'll see what I can do. We'll see what other people I know that are going to join, that are going to work for them can do.
well, as it changed the name to New Hope, I've lost all hope for Star Wars. I don't know. Just don't
Well,
have
Bill,
any.
all I ask is that whatever project I end up a part of, you at least give me a little support.
Of course. And then
And
I'll
in
roast the shit out of it.
and in the middle of roasting it, at least go, hey, but my buddy here did a good job. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The only good part of this whole show was my friend.
Mhm.
At least give me some good props.
Yeah. So
David, to answer your question there, would I like to see a Luke Skywalker movie with a different actor? A younger actor could work. Somebody like Sebastian Stan, who sort of looks like a young Mark Hamill. Also, Mark Hamill's son might have done a good job too. I don't like this whole CGI AI de aging shit. It looks weird.
yeah, it
Um,
does.
and it's never been a good thing for any of the movies that they've tried to put it in. And I'm not talking about just Disney movies. I'm talking about other stuff. It's never been a good fit because humans have this thing called the uncanny valley, and things that look unnatural freak us the hell out. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
You
so I
still
would
like Tron
say
2?
somebody like Sebastian Stan, somebody like Mark Hamill's son, somebody that actually somewhat resembles a younger Mark Hamill would work as a younger Luke Skywalker, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Which is what they should have done. Uh, which is what they should have done for the Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett, whichever one that Luke showed up in as a younger person.
Yeah, that was The Mandalorian. And did you hear
Well, it was part of the
Carlos said
Mandalorian,
that
but it was also Book of Boba Fett because he trained
I hear
Grogu.
they're working on a third Tron. And yeah,
They are working on a third Tron.
yeah.
The second one wasn't too bad, so I'm not like scared for a third one. Also, I've never been a huge fan of Tron, so whatever they do isn't going to piss me off either way. Uh, for those of you that are, maybe you can explain to me why you would be upset, but uh, it really, I don't have a dog in that fight, so I'm not going to get mad about it. Um, I haven't
Hell,
seen
bad wannabe.
the original Tron in like 30 years. Um, I watched the second one when it came out, so I guess that's been about a decade ago, or close. But I don't really have much of an opinion about that. I'll let them see what they do with it, I guess.
Yeah.
As for other things that Disney's done, for good God's sake, stop remaking the cartoons as live action. Ugh! Quit it.
Yeah.
It
Oh.
sucks. Quit it. I don't need to see a CGI Mufasa.
You know, a lot of people are probably gonna hate watch the Acolyte.
I'm not gonna
I
hate
don't
watch
know.
the Acolyte. I'm not gonna hate watch the Acolyte because for one reason, and it's something I said just a little bit ago. It's something outside of the Skywalker stuff. I'm gonna give it a
Yeah.
chance. I'm gonna give it a chance, like I do everything, Bill. And you know I do this. I give everything a chance. If it disappoints me, I say that it disappoints me.
Did you like Andor?
I actually liked the first season of Andor, even though it started slow.
Mhm.
But I went into it with the knowledge of the fact of Rogue One and that he was going to die. And the thing about the second season of Andor that's coming is it's going to lead right into Rogue One, like immediately into Rogue One. And I happen to like Rogue One. I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best.
It's one of, in fact, it's probably one of my top 5 Star Wars movies because of what they were trying to do with it. It was like a Suicide Squad sort of thing. You know, they knew they were going to die.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like that bleak. You know, the heroes don't always have to win, Bill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in fact, in real life, the heroes often don't win.
No.
And that they had the balls to do that with that movie. They had the balls to kill off all of their main cast.
Yeah.
And that worked for me. Did I like the first season of Andor? The first few episodes were hard to get through because they bored the hell out of me. But you have to understand what part of Star Wars I love. For me, my favorite parts of Star Wars is anything to do with the Jedi or the Sith, and anything to do with like starfighter combat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the whole political intrigue thing that they were doing, the spies, all of that doesn't appeal to me. So it was a little bit boring at first. I did eventually get into the story. It just took me a little bit. As for the second season of Andor, I think it's going to be easier for me to get through because I know what it leads to. Now, controversial opinion. People are going to love me for this one. I actually like the Obi-Wan show. Because it showed us probably the best Darth Vader I've seen in a very long time. There are scenes in that where Vader is terrifying. Like when he drags Obi-Wan through the fire, when he causes that stuff to burn and he drags Obi-Wan with the Force through the fire. Mm-hmm. That was terrifying. When he walks into the room because that Reva chick screwed up and he's all, "You were warned," and he picks her up with the Force. That was terrifying. That show actually made Vader what Vader is supposed to be. Terrifying. The best stuff, the best portrayals of Vader I've seen lately is in the Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah. Great game.
And in Jedi Survivor too, because he's in that too. And what they did with him in Obi-Wan. The rest of the story, I could have given or taken it. I didn't care much for the rest of it. But just the depiction of Vader, I loved it. And I loved what Obi-Wan and Vader said to each other on that last fight on that moon. Mm-hmm. Where he says, where he tells Vader, when Vader tells him, "You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker, I did." That's why Obi-Wan was able to say later on in A New Hope that Vader betrayed and murdered Anakin. Because to a certain point of view, he did. Anakin ceased being Anakin and became Darth Vader, yes?
Yeah.
So in a lot of ways, those lines that he said during that last fight on that moon in the Obi-Wan show fits with what A New Hope says. A lot of people that are angry with Disney, though, don't want to see where things connect. But that's okay. I'm not here to try to make you guys not be angry at Star Wars, okay? I'm just here to give you a different viewpoint on it. And that's what you love me for, right, Bill? Because I don't always agree.
Yes. Yes.
What is up, Curtis? That's my co-host right there. Curtis and I are doing a Lost Civilizations podcast on Saturdays now.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Right before your show. Right before your karaoke. That's why I was late.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that.
But welcome to my co-host, Curtis Selby. How you doing, brother?
Curtis is awesome.
And good, you're doing your homework. I appreciate that, brother. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting show we're starting. It's the first part. The first series of the shows is gonna be about lost civilizations. Then we're gonna go on to like UFOs or paranormal stuff after that. Should be an interesting podcast. Curtis and I work pretty well together. So hopefully, people start to enjoy it.
And hail, Rod Thunderheart.
What's
Good to
up,
see you,
Rod
man.
Thunderheart? How you doing, brother?
Good to see you. We're probably going to be wrapping it up here very shortly.
Hell, if I hadn't woke up so damn late, I would have been here earlier. But
I
I
want to keep it. I want to keep this one short.
I was in my computer chair for several hours yesterday, and my back hurt, so I took a couple of gummies last night,
no.
and those things put me to sleep pretty well.
Ooh, were the high concentrated gummies?
Uh-huh.
The ones that really knock you for a loop.
Yeah, they're 300 milligrams apiece.
Damn.
Yeah. And I took 2 of them because my back hurt.
Yeah.
I went night-night.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rod.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Rod.
Great to see you, man.
Bill's a good dude, man. Bill's a good dude. And thank you guys, everybody in the chat,
Yes,
everybody
thank
that's
you.
always been here for Bill. I've been one of his erstwhile co-hosts for a while. I'm kind of the black sheep of the family a lot of the time. But yeah, just thank you guys.
You've dropped by more than just the karaoke streams. You've dropped by, and I think Soup and maybe the morning blend.
Oh yeah, I used to do your morning blend all the time.
Yeah.
You and the captain when he used to do
Yeah. Kept
his
trending
thing.
nerd.
Yeah, Captain. I never remember the name of his channel. It changed so much. But yeah, I remember dropping by with him I would always bounce between you and him in the mornings if I had time.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you to the chat. Without the chat, without everybody that has come and watched Bill, we wouldn't be here for 4 years. We wouldn't be doing this thing. Thank you for everybody who comes and watches us sing like birds on Saturday nights. We don't what's the word I'm looking for? We don't condescend to say that we sing the greatest, but we have fun,
No.
and we're glad that you guys come and watch us.
We have a blast. Yeah.
We have a blast every time. And God, I remember in the past some of those karaoke streams, we went till dawn. 8-9 hours of karaoke. Oh.
We did 12 hours when pretty damn close. We ran like.
Yeah, I remember. I was there the whole time. I remember because I was one of the last ones to leave, and I was like, "Holy crap! It's actually light outside."
Yeah.
My neighbor came over after that night. That next day, he came over and he was like, "Yeah, could you not sing all night, please?"
Well, everybody here today should show me the support. We got 44 on YouTube and like 32 over on X. So thank you.
I have
Appreciate you all so much.
I have also met so many good friends and important people in my life through your show, Bill. Through the shows of other people. If it wasn't for you, I would have never met Deleted. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Just a lot of different people I've met through these shows. Lady V is another one that's important to me at this point.
Lady
these things.
V, God bless Lady V and
she's
Lady
great.
Miss when she's around.
Oh, all of our ladies that show up. All of our ladies that show up and prop us up and tell us we're great. We appreciate all of you. Kronos, I can't say without Kronos. He's the constant. He's the one I always see, especially with the singing and everything else.
God bless you, Lady Miss. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much.
But yeah, just everybody, I've met some good friends. I haven't always met people that I've always enjoyed on your show, Bill. But
Yeah.
but that being said, man, look, we are a community. We are a
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
And you don't always get along with your family as long as you're here to love them anyway.
Yeah.
And we couldn't do these shows without you guys. So this isn't just a congratulations to Bill. This is a congratulations for some of you for being here for the long shot. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have a show.
Yes. Yes.
I will be working more with Bill in the future, I think. We have a couple of shows we've talked about doing. We got to get that horror thing off the ground, brother. The Buckets of
Yeah.
Blood Theater, I think, is what we were going to call it. Now, people seem to like these movie watch alongs, so I think we should keep doing them.
Yeah. Well, that's one I do mostly in October, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
we'll have to work out something.
Yeah,
There's a
well,
lot of good stuff, a lot of good content coming. So
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
definitely. Oh
you
God,
know.
horror is going to be great this year. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff coming this year. A lot of good independent horror coming this year.
Have you seen Late Night with the Devil?
Yes, that impressed me.
Now, I haven't seen it yet, so it's one that's on my list to watch. So
Kronos keeps
Definitely
trying to
wanna
get us
see
to
that one.
sing, Bill.
come back Wednesday night. We're gonna do some singing Wednesday night.
Yeah, definitely do some singing Wednesday night.
We'll
As
do
long
some
as Bill
singing
doesn't,
Wednesday night. Yes.
as long as Bill doesn't start too early, I'll be here because I've got a meeting that night. But uh, yeah, just definitely like I appreciate Bill for having me. I kind of found Bill weirdly, to be honest. Uh, I started out with this YouTube thing with a guy named Jesse Miller who used to do a show called The Crow's Nest. And I met a person through there named Raquel. And
Mhm.
Raquel dragged me here one night. Sort of near the start of Bill doing this. And she was like, "Here, Bill, I brought you another one." And I've been here since. So
Awesome. Congratulations, Rod Thunderheart. New job.
awesome, dude. That's always a good thing.
Glad to hear it, man.
And Kronos, never trust the Sith. Dude, you and I are gonna have to talk, brother.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah,
trust
man.
the Sith. The Jedi, they were horrible. The Jedi stole children, man.
Well, I call myself Jedi, Bill, but yeah, I tinker with the light and the dark.
No, see, Bill, I
But
always just
mostly
say
the dark.
I always just say, Bill, that you call yourself Jedi, Bill, because you didn't remember how to spell Jedi. Because remember, before the Jedi and the Sith split, we used both sides of the Force.
Mhm.
I
Well,
don't like yoga. Where does yoga fit in all of this, Kronos?
oh, I have to go to my. Yeah, I gotta go to work. Where is it? I gotta play the clip. I gotta play the clip.
Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh. There's a clip. There's a clip.
Spaceballs.
Space.
Merchandising.
What is this place? What is it that you do here? Merchandising.
Merchandising? What's that?
Merchandising. Come, I'll show you. Open up this door. Come, walk this way. Take a look. We put the pictures.
It's always about the merchandising.
Merchandising. where the real money from the movie is made. Spaceballs the t-shirt.
Mhm.
Spaceballs
Amen
the
to
coloring
that.
book. Spaceballs the lunchbox. Spaceballs the breakfast cereal. Spaceballs the flamethrower. The
I want
kids
that
love
one.
this
Fire. Fire.
Last but not least,
Like a fire.
Spaceballs the doll. Me.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Adorable.
That's what people don't understand when it comes to Disney. The movies could fail. The movies can fail all year.
Yeah.
There's always merchandise, and merchandise is where you make your money. All companies, that's where they make their money, is merchandise. It's off of the back end. Every one of their movies in a year can fail, and they still wouldn't be below Redline. It's weird, man. There are certain companies that are literally too big to fail. That's what's terrifying.
All right. Well, we've come to the 2-hour mark. Well, we're gonna make like 3 and
Leaf?
leave.
Nah. Yes, silly dad jokes now. You can definitely tell
Yes.
this is where the show gets yeah, we should go.
Anyway, I want to thank each and every one of you. You mean so much to me, and thank you for supporting me and being here over the years. And more to come. More bigger and brighter things, great shows,
Yep.
hysterical times.
Here's
know.
to another, eternity of shows. No,
Yep.
anyway. And I myself, like I said, just one more thank you to the crowd. One more
Yes.
thank you to all the people that have believed in Bill. One more thank you to all the people who believed in me, strangely enough, through this show. Just without you guys and without your patronage, we would not be able to do this thing. So thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you. Thank you all so much. You mean I am truly, truly humbled to see each and every one of you show up. So thank you. God bless you all. Remember, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes and ladies. And we'll
Definitely.
see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Have a
Take
great
it
night.
easy, everyone.
Enjoy. We're out of here. So ya.